What's up guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified anytime something comes up on the channel. Today is going to be a little bit of a different day. We are going to be actually working on the car. I know it's been kind of hectic here lately with all this coronavirus stuff going on. They've actually pushed the drift season off, so that gives us a little bit more time to work on stuff. So I've been really lazy as far as working on the car, so we're gonna go ahead and do some stuff today. It's some small stuff. It may take a little while, but it's just gonna be some aesthetics. So I'll run you guys through the list. So the first thing we are going to have to tackle is to bring this baby back over to her base self. As you can see, I've already started removing the wrap on this side. It really wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be hard to pull off, but it actually was very easy. I didn't even have to heat it up. I did have a hairdryer waiting. Thought we were gonna have to use it, but we didn't. It just came right off and didn't leave any sticky residue on here, so I think it's gonna be pretty easy to take all of it off. But that's gonna be the first thing on our agenda. And then the other thing, we've got a couple of aesthetic parts that we're gonna put on the car, and I'll show you those. So the first thing, we have an M3 bumper that's gonna go on this car, and it actually came from the car where we got the turbo stuff from, so it's already got the intercooler cut out of the bumper so that it fits well. And then we've also got some side skirts that we're going to put on. They're M3 side skirts. For those of you that aren't very familiar with the BMW chassis, the E36s for a couple of years actually did not run side skirts that you could actually remove and put back on. It's more or less part of the car. So you can see what I currently am using for the side skirt is part of the body. Like that's part of it. There's no seam here, it's just part of the unibody. So I kind of wanted to add something to make it look a little bit better, and in this case M3 side skirts are going to be my best choice. I could go with like some Big Duck Club side skirts or some that kind of hang down a little bit lower, but really don't want to have to put that into my budget for this year. They do look cool, but I do think that the look that my car has would probably not suit that. So maybe in the future we'll look at something like that, but right now we're just gonna throw the M3 side skirts on it and be done with it. We're gonna have to find a place to mount them in the front here. There's 2 screws that go in the front, and then there's 2 screws that go in the back. Because this car did not come with them, we're gonna have to make something up. So I'll probably just drill 2 self-tappers here and in the back, and then on the sides here I'm probably going to add 2 places where I'm going to put riv nuts, just like I did on the fenders. So we'll add the riv nuts and then the Allen bolts. And basically 2 of the places on the side skirts are going to just look like this, which is no big deal. We can throw wrap over it and you won't even be able to tell that it's there. So the first thing we're going to do is rip this wrap off, and then we'll go from there. So let's go. Alright, so after about an hour of doing one side, I have it completely done. As you can see, we are back to just plain Jane on this side. I went to start on this side, on the fender, and I think I'm done for the day on this. My fingers are kind of hurting from pulling this off, and this side is also leaving like a sticky residue on the fender. So I want to use a heat gun on this side to see if we can pull all the sticky off of it. That way we don't have to do any goo gone or anything on it to get it all off, because I remember how big of a pain in the butt that was before we had it wrapped. I had to do that from all the existing stickers. So we're gonna move on, and I guess now we're going to go ahead and do the side skirts. Drill the holes. Well, heat. Are you done with it? So now we take a riv nut. We're gonna put them in these holes here. And now we have our riv nuts in here and here. Now we just need to put the side skirt back up and then put our Allen bolt in and we're done. Alright, so she's fit on there. I lied, these are not Allen head bolts, they are just screws, but I can get some Allens for it. But I don't think it's gonna matter. This side I had a little bit of trouble because this is dented in, so I had to push on this as hard as I could to get it in there, and it's hanging on by a couple threads there, so I might have to get a longer one for this for it to work in this spot. Otherwise I can come up with it a little bit, but I think that's gonna be fine right there. Like I said, just get a longer bolt there, and then tack the rear and the front down whenever we have it up in there, and this side's done. And instead of doing the other side right now, my drill actually died on that last hole, so we're gonna go ahead and work on the front bumper a little bit. Take the one off that's on it now and put this M3 bumper on. It may have a little bit of a wonky fitment just because the intercooler actually bolts onto the bumper. So we're gonna see if everything lines up about the same. That way we don't have to mess with any piping or anything. So let's see what happens.
I know you want it. I know you want it. Don't hold back. Turn it up. Bring the noise.
Well, I don't know how much of that actually recorded, but we got the front bumper on successfully, and I'm gonna show it to you right now, and I think it looks night and day different. It looks amazing. So there's the new bumper. We still have to do some aligning of it to make it fit exactly right with the body line. There's a gap here, but there's not here, so we're gonna adjust some of the bumper settings in here once we get it up on a lift and it's easier to maneuver. But it was hard to do one person, so that's what we have right now, and it looks much better. We will have to do our trimming of it right here from where it's gonna rub at full lock, but that won't be an issue. If you like the looks of the new bumper, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button there, and I'll be sure and know your opinion on it. So now all I gotta do left is go ahead and put the tow hook back on here, which I may wait to do at a later date, and then get something to keep this part of the bumper down. I guess from where most of this bumper has been cut out, there's nothing for it to really support itself on, so it tries to push forward. So I'm gonna probably get some double-sided tape and tape that down for now until we get the exact position of this bumper right, and then I might just do a little self-tapper right through there to hold that down. But overall I like it, looks good.